cancel. Are you there now?
Can you hear me?
No sound. I can't hear a word you're saying. What's going on? You guys are technologically advanced. Where's Matthew?
I know.
And now your screen's frozen, I believe. Oh, and we lost it again. That's okay. Boom. Didn't do any introductions. I just started right there. Sister-in-law came on. Extremely surprising. Okay, maybe she'll come back. Maybe they'll get the mic working. My brother Matthew. Come on. I think the guy builds computers for fun. So I'm not sure what's happening there. You'd think he'd be able to... Oh, okay. We got give me 5. Let me find Matthew. Matthew's going to come in. Matthew is my brother, younger brother, so probably not as advanced in intelligentness as I am, but that's okay. Smart dude, urban farmer to the extreme. Okay, he has more apples in his yard than I knew existed, and yeah, I'm pretty sure he can build computers. So my sister-in-law Mandy's going to get him to issue some fixes. I'm going to get my screen up so I can describe some of the writing we've been doing, which is just, oh my God, butchered. Okay. If any movie or book was written in the style that we're writing it, no, ain't going to exist, ain't going to get published. Boom.
I know.
Back on.
Can you hear me now?
No, no sound. Nope.
Can't hear.
Oh, there's Matthew. There's the urban farming genius. Oh, now it's frozen. Okay, we're just gonna move on.
Cancellation.
They'll fix it. I know they've got like 17 computers at their house. I can't hear a word you're saying, Matthew.
Can you hear?
Boom. We've got your mic on. Okay. What are you looking at? You're just staring at the screen, Matt? Boom. Some notes on here. All right. Document.
Like weekend, right?
That shouldn't happen.
Boom. Lost him again. That's okay. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Okay. Got some of my stuff up. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We're going here. Boom. Online. Online. Boom. Biggity boom. Okay. Let's name this. Boom. Okay. This is the third show. What are we going to talk about? Now, if Mandy comes back on, my amazing sister-in-law, and helps with some of this writing stuff that's partaking, which I haven't really discussed. Me and Drew have, though, so if you watch all the episodes, you'll get into that. Then we'll go into the book conversation. Right now, since it's just me, we'll just wing it, okay? Got some music in the background. To bring that on once in a while. That demonetizes every video. But again, not making any money on this. Don't know if I even plan to. We'll see. This may just be an avenue for a part of me that just talks too much. I hear it all the time, okay? My wife Taylor tells me I talk too much. And the fact of the matter is I do. I talk way too much. That's why this might be a good avenue for me because I can just ramble, even if nobody's listening. I mean, last show I went 45 minutes unplanned, talking to nobody but this human right before your eyes. So I'm opening this mic. I got this different mic on this time. I wanted to get rid of that frontal piece so I could bring in my keyboard, maybe search a little quicker, share screens a little faster, do that kind of shindig. Quick, actionable. Will I use it? Maybe not. Again, on this show, we're just, we're trying to, the truth is we're trying to be vulnerable, trying to be open, we're trying to have some honest conversations, okay? I just think that oh, okay, they're not coming on. That's okay. Next time. We'll get it next time, Mandy. I don't have Drew here anyway, but that's okay. Next time we'll get it. For now, I'm just going to ramble for a good 10 minutes or so and see where I get to. Bring up the full screen. We'll keep this side screen up. Boom. And yeah, so we're just talking, we're just hanging out. But this show, again, is a Dumtelligence show. Okay, we try to get so many things right in life. Do we get most of it? No, we don't. We are extremely wrong on most avenues of the way we think and feel. Okay. There's and that's a big thing that I'm trying to learn too is how we communicate. Okay. I'm taking a Toastmasters class this Wednesday, trying to get my speaking skills up to par, trying to work on fluidity of words, of conversations, putting the right commas and periods in my sentences that I speak so that I work on that avenue of public speaking. I like the idea of speaking in a public format, the idea of publicness, community, public, people. Okay. If there was a job, I saw a job posting the other day on LinkedIn, okay, called a people manager. What does this position do? Well, truth be told, it's HR. Okay. It's a lot of admin work, a lot of administerial processes for the human resources department. Why they changed the title to people manager, I don't know. Maybe because the job's in California. I don't know. But, people manager gives you the perception that you're going to be working with people, that you're going to be managing people. I'm going to grab my gyro pen. Okay. Can you guys hear that? Okay. This is a tactical pen. It has a little gyro spinner on it, and that thing spins like you would not believe, okay? Stop right there, boom, spin it, and that thing goes forever. I mean, this thing probably spin for 5 minutes. I don't know who designed this pen. Tactical pen, tact pen, tactical pen, tactical pen. Yes, I have the box over there. And that thing, I don't know, that must be lubed up with some kind of koala bear skin oil or something that just like that ain't gonna stop, okay? I think too, if you spin it fast enough and point it in the right direction, you could probably find water. I haven't figured that part out yet. But anyway, back to the people manager thing. You would think that job would be very people focused, which is what I'm looking for. Very just like you're working with people. Maybe you're training them, leading them. Maybe you're just helping with conflict resolution, okay, on a social, work, personal level. I don't know. But people manager definitely shoots you in one idea range. And then when you look up the job description, you're a clerk behind a desk working for HR. Okay, you're an HR person, which is actually a lot more paperwork than people think. Your human resources, not as much human resourcing as possible. You're getting the humans on, you onboard them, and then it's all paperwork from there. Okay, so that's that. But either way, this show is the development as us and individuals with a vulnerable and honest format. Okay. Vulnerability in the sense that we're just working through life. As a good buddy of mine who just would wish come on would wish to come on the show. Okay. Intelligent man, good talker. I mean, we probably talk pretty much every day. Parker, you know, be a good avenue for this show. You know, we were talking one day and he was like, you know what? They're just people trying to figure it out just like we are. Okay. And at the time, during the context of conversation, made a lot of sense. We're all just people trying to figure out ourselves. Okay. And like I said in the very first show, the complexity of human nature, our own personal human nature, is so deeply, deep, deep waters, okay, that we are drowned in our own personalities most of the time, which means we have a difficult time figuring out the right thing to do in a lot of situations. And a lot of times we'll think the right thing to do is the way we feel, which can be malarkey most of the times. I've learned more and more as I've gotten older that feelings can lead you down a path of malarkey. I still go down that path because I'm a very feelings oriented dude. Okay. I feel things too much sometimes. It's like, whoa, slow down, Tyler. Don't feel so much. But I can't help it. I'm a feelings dude, and that's okay. And so then we take these feelings, we reassess them, and we think, okay, this is what I think I want to do. How do we even assess that? First of all, what a self seeking prophecy right there. This is what I want to do. Not this is what's best to do. This is what's the most service oriented thing to do. This is what I feel I want to do. And right there, we've mistaken ourselves. Feel, this is what I feel I want to do. What does feeling like you want to do even feel like? Okay. You might think that you want to do something, but again, we change so dramatically. Our goals change, our desires change, our wants, needs are always changing. We're a different person every day. And that's one thing that this show is all about. We're trying to decipher the situation that we are in currently because we are in this context of informational flooding where it is just so much to know that information's at our fingertips, supercomputers in our pockets, okay? Jobs, most of them, at least in a lot of places, for whatever that means, revolve around some type of computer format. Machines do more and more things. Do I think machines are going to take over the world? No, probably not. Sorry. I don't think that way, not yet. Maybe some evidence will come out that's convincing, but I don't see it. I don't see, you know, I don't know. I don't know. So, but again, we have so much information that we're just constantly wanting to be in the know. And with this knowing, we want to be able to seem to our peers, to our, as I've said before, spheres of influence, coworkers, interpersonal relationships, that we know what the next best thing is to do. And we don't. We barely can decipher those things for ourselves, let alone know what somebody else has gone through, what somebody else's experiences are that are going to lead them to the right decision. Now, we can take two situations, and let's just say driving a car really fast. Probably not the smartest thing to do, but we're just going to void out the safety issue on this topic. One person can be like, that's not the smart thing to do. I'm going to drive the speed limit. One person is speeding past and they go, that guy doesn't know what he's doing, or that guy's a blipper, whatever people want to say in their state of mind, in that framework, and they blow past him. And they think that guy's doing the wrong thing. He's speeding. He's making a bad decision. Well, how do you know as an individual that this isn't a decision that had to be made to lead him on a path to understand himself better? Maybe this mistake, as we can call it, gets him pulled over, gets him to total his car, whatever the thing. But it creates a situational context that redirects that human's life. Maybe it applies an experience to his livelihood that changes the way he feels, talks, and goes about. And maybe that guy becomes some kind of safety protocol analyst for a car manufacturing company. I don't know. But we don't know these things. There's a book which I can't remember the title of, but the author is pretty intelligent dude, Sam Harris. And he talks about free will, if we even have free will. Now, again, this show is all about exposing the fact that we don't know anything. We are in a extremely intelligent age with our supercomputers, with our learned jobs, with our fingertip informational liveliness. I already used the word livelihood, so I want to say that again. So I'm going to say liveliness. Again, is that a word? I don't know, but it might be. So we'll roll with it. So with this, we are trying to make our we're not so smart in an age where we could be, because we have so much intelligence at our fingertips, but there's almost too much. And it, in my opinion, is exposing the fact that you can find two different avenues of everything. Okay? And maybe the majority's on one side. So if the majority's on one side, maybe that is the right side to be on. But it doesn't mean that you can't go down another informational path and take a totally different viewpoint on things that is completely contradictory to whatever this is. How big, how little. Okay? And so there are highly level, again, like I've mentioned before, highly elite scientists who completely disagree. Science, as they say, is supposed to be all about finding the truth behind information, doing double-blind placebos, okay? Doing clinical trials, doing different different things, different protocols. That's a good word. Different protocols on variables and measurements to determine what the truth is of a certain theory or hypothetical idea. And even in that strain, there's different ways. There's different people go down different paths. And then you have scientists in the same field who will give you different viewpoints of information. So, what's going on there? And that leads to a normal human, not an intelligenter person, not a learned to a high 8-year degree, 20 years in a field type person. Okay. Like the average person on the planet, I'm nowhere near average, but I am average. And then that leads to us being intelligenter, but not so intelligent, because I'm not reading through study after study of a subject. When I was a personal trainer, I was a personal trainer for a long time. I got a degree in exercise-ishness. Okay. The degree was like a sports management degree, but I geared all my classes towards, kinesiology, human anatomy, exercise physiology, and nutrition. Because I wanted to just be trained up. I wanted to know what to eat, how to train, boom, 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 and just go off of whatever the science said was the right way to train. In this avenue, like I said before, people came into my lives. They gave me different direction, different information. And then I end up training in a way that supposedly wasn't the optimal way to train for the goals that I had. And yet, when I would compete in these bodybuilding shows, I don't think I looked that much different than the people I was on stage with. Whether I won or lost, the difference was minute. Okay. Some people, you had guys on stage who did 20 rep squats. You had guys on stage who did sets of 4 on squats. Okay. Both of them look pretty close to the same. And that's where I kind of came to the conclusion, which took a long time, because for a long time, just like everybody else, I wanted to be the node. I wanted to be the node person in that category. And then I thought that the way that I did things was the right way to do things. Okay. And I would tell people well, you're wasting time, you're wasting energy, not doing it right. But I don't look any better than they do. I'm not, walking around 14 pounds heavier than the biggest dude I've ever met. You know what I mean? I'm not there. We're on par with each other. So who am I to say that my way is the right way? But I did. And then I learned after time that, maybe it didn't really matter so much. Maybe it was a mixture of doing what you enjoyed and how you enjoyed it with a level of discipline and exertion and intensity, just like everything in life. Okay. So, this show that I'm participating in and 0 other people are, you could say that this is, you better figure out some topics to talk about, better update your background. As I've been told by a buddy of mine, Joe, looks like a 14-year-old boy's bedroom. Maybe deep down in the heart of my soul, I am a 14-year-old boy. Take that however you want. Doesn't sound like, I don't know. Just take it however you want. But, maybe I'm just saying maybe I got a childlike spirit. Boom. Okay. Pretty sure Jesus said, have a childlike spirit if you want to inherit the kingdom of heaven. So, I'm on board with acting like a child. Looks like a little kid's bedroom. Fine. I'm going to leave it for now. Hopefully, I'll adultish it up at one point, Leave the childish things behind, do the responsible adult things. Not there yet. I'm on my way. So, hopefully, this background catches up. But either way, this could be one of those things where people's like, you don't know what you're doing. You need to have topics. You need to do it this way. You don't have the best lighting, blah, blah, blah. I'm not forking over $2,500 to do that right now. Maybe I will soon, hopefully, but I'm not right now. And so this is where doing what I enjoy with a mixture of faith, okay, and adding in my style, whatever that means, because I'm a new person every day, learn more about myself every day, and still majorly confused on who I'm supposed to be and what I'm doing in life. But they say confused people have more fun. Who's they? Who is they that says that? I don't know. I think I've heard that, but I can't be positive. Do I know who said it? No. Did somebody say it? I think. Am I positive about that? No. That's okay. So I'm just going to do this my style with my joy. And I'm just going to do it. And I'm going to practice and I'm going to just persevere and I'm going to put some intensity in it. I'm going to log on like I did today without anything to say. Mandy started to come on. Oh, that could have been something. Was it? No. So we shift gears and we go another direction. That's a conversation to be had at another time. That's okay. But we are going to just go at it. We're just going to keep driving. And that's what just, you got to do. And it doesn't matter how you do it because there are probably ideal ways to do it. But even if I did something in the most ideal way, does that mean it's going to turn out? No, not necessarily. Not necessarily is it even going to become anything, okay? Lots of people start businesses who have a master's degree in business, have a PhD in business. I mean, you know, maybe they were even executive levels at a business, but they've had their businesses fail. You know what I mean? So where's the difference here? And then you have college dropouts, which I don't know what that means. They dropped out of college, but they could have just been really smart people anyway. So, but an example that people like to use: dropped out of college, now multimillionaire. Okay, so there's multiple paths to get to the same thing. So you and whatever you're going for, if you do it with the best of your ability, if you put your effort and your joy into it, and then you add a little discipline, a little hard work, little rigorous effort, then you're probably going to get somewhere. Do you know where? No. Do you know how you're going to get there? No. But maybe the way and the route that you go, just like doing this without having anything to talk about, without having a professional background, without having anybody watching, maybe this route is a zigzag route. But again, you know what I mean? You could go the straight path up the side of the mountain and unknowingly, oh, there was a rock slide earlier this morning that nobody knows about because I'm on this hike super early. Now I can't get there. Now there's freaking rocks in my way on the easy path to the top of this mountain. Whereas some other person might have got up that day and said, you know what, I've been down that path, or I'm not your average Joe. So I'm going to zigzag up this other side because I want to see what it's like. And then this dude or girl or human, this human species of a person is zigzagging up the backside of the mountain, which nobody goes on because there's brush and there's no sturdy path. What are you doing, person? But they're zigzagging up, and yeah, it might take them a long time. But guess what? They get to the frickin' top, and then the other person on the correct side, whatever that means, the correct side of the mountain is going up this path, and then he doesn't, and then, oh, rocks, slid down this morning. There's a boulder in the way, can't get around it, so I'm either gonna have to go back down and give up, ugh, or I'm gonna have to zigzag from that point. Okay. And that's the tactic, is even when you're on the right path, you zigzag if you have to. You zigzag, okay? Because you don't know what experiences, what direction, who you're going to bump into, who you're going to meet, what things are going to happen in your life that are going to give you more value, that are going to give you more going to say conversations, but give you more understanding of yourself, so that can spill out onto other people. Because one of the true facts of life is the more that we can try to understand ourselves, which takes a lot of work, okay? A lot of downtime, a lot of personal time, well, journal, draw, read, pray, meditate. I don't know. Sit by yourself and stare at a wall if you have to. Done it. I've done that for hours at a time. Okay. Did it help me? I don't know. But you could try it. You don't know. So you try that, you do that, learn a little about yourself, because the more authentic and truthfully you live to your own personal existence, then the more you allow space for other people to be truthful to their existence. Okay? Because people pick up on this. People pick up on this energy, this vibration, this exposure, this rigorous honesty and vulnerability of who we're supposed to be. People pick up on this, whether they know it or not. If I come to a situation and I got this idea of my reputation of who I want to be, and so I play a little part, I act a little role because I want you or this or that or them to think of me a certain way, I am not exposing the truth and authenticity of who I am. And people intuitively, consciously, unconsciously, I don't care. People intuitively pick up on this. And if I'm playing a role, if I'm trying to live up to a reputation that I've got in this little feeble human brain of mine, then people are going to be a little off put. It's going to get other people to want to live up to some kind of expectation that they create in their mind, because they're picking up on this expectation that I've created in my mind to be. Whereas if I come into the room and say, boom, this is who I am. These are my flaws. These are my misconceptions. These are my misunderstandings. And this is who I am. Dig into it. Expose it. Okay? Because you were created to be that person for a reason. You were created to be yourself for a reason. How you look, how you act, how you talk, how you think, how you joke, how you smile. That is what you're supposed to flippin' be. Flippin'. I almost dropped a swear word there, but I'm not going to do it. That's who you're supposed to flippin' be. So the more that you are who you flippin' are, then the more other people pick up on this intention, this exposure, this self-honesty. It emanates from the way you interact. People take a liking to this because they're like, whoa, this guy's got major flaws and major exposures, and I do too. So I can now be more of myself, because if you don't judge yourself, okay, because you're your harshest critic, we all are, talking to ourselves in our brain constantly, our harshest critic. Nobody looks at you the way you look at yourself. Nobody thinks that you sound the way that you think you sound. That is like, no. Okay. Yinny, Yanny, Laurel, Manny. It's all, you know, it's all a mixture of what people hear, see, and think. So the more you just like, boom, this guy has no judgment on himself, that means he's going to have no judgment on me. And if people can sense that, again, most people don't even pick up on this stuff consciously, but unconsciously, they're picking up on this. They're picking up that you have a lack of judgment in your life towards yourself and others. And that allows space for those other individuals to expose their true nature, their true selves, their authentic visibility of human existence. And man, does that bring people joy. That brings people a livelihood, knowing that they can be who they want to be, that they can have a rigorously honest life with no judgment, because you are showing that this is a judgment free zone. You're not judging yourself, you're not judging others, and now others picking up on it are living more authentically because you are living authentically. I read a book. No, I listened to a book multiple times. It's easy for me to say that. I read that book. No, I didn't. I listened to it on Audible. Did I get as much information as I would have if I read it? Probably not, but I don't know. But I listened to a book called The Road Less Traveled, okay, by Scott M. Peck. I don't know who Scott M. Peck is. I don't know what his reputation is, but this book hit me where it hurts, right down in the solar plex, right? Is this the solar plex? I don't know. In the heart zone, smack dab in the middle. And one of the things he says in that book is the lies that we create, the lies we tell ourselves, the lies we tell other people, the information we manipulate to sound a little better. You know, I mean, there's been multiple times in my life where people asked me, you know, oh, how much did you bench? How fast did you run? How fast were you driving that one time? You know what I mean? Like just ridiculous questions. And I tell people the answer, and then it's like, I just increased that a little bit. I wasn't driving that fast. I rounded up to make it sound better. Oh, I didn't lift that much weight. I just, maybe I added a few extra reps to what I said to sound better. Again, I'm just exposing this, whatever. And, it's not like a big deal. It's like, it was 5 more pounds. It was 6 more miles per hour. It was whatever. I jumped this high. I said 45 inches, but I think it was only 42 inches. I do that, and a lot of people do that because we're trying to perceive a reputation. And we're rounding up on ourselves to perceive this reputation. Even those situations cause personality splits. And now I've created this whole dynamic of myself that has this story format that is based off truth foundationally, but I added, the bathroom was that I said the bathroom was, 150 square feet. It's actually 132 square feet, right? So it's little things like that where it's like, I've misstepped a little bit. This causes personality splits because now we have a different story format we've created. Every time we do this, we create difficulty for our conversations, our personal conversations in our head now have difficulty because we've created ourselves to have multiple storylines. Multiple storylines. Guys, gals, people, we've only existed once so far. You've only gone through one timeline so far as you know and I know. So there's only one thing that happened to you. There's only one truly honest and authentic storyline. So if we create little missteps, we just fib things just a little bit, we're creating multiple storylines, which aren't really storylines. They're fibs. And then this creates a disharmony with us internally, and now we've split ourselves personality-wise. This drains us of energy. This drains us of life, life force energy. So the more we can shuffle that stuff to the side, the more we can be rigorously honest, whether we think people are going to think highly of us or not. Maybe they're going to think we're cool. Maybe they won't. Who cares? Push it to the side. Just be who you are, and the right people will be there. But that is one thing we have to we have to live in this way that we're just going to be rigorously, oh man, I keep saying that, but it's probably good for me, rigorously honest with who we are, what we've done, what we think, how we live, what we want to do, what we've done. And so all these personality drifts that we've created, these splits, can start to fade away. And then we start to live more and more in one plane of life with the personality we have. And then all these splits, when they fade away, give us so much more energy, give us so much more ability of focus, concentration, joy, passion, attention. We are literally amplified to our maximum human selves when these side protocols of bull honky have drifted away. And then we start to live authentically. Then we start to find our true passions. Then we start to live in ways that have strong direction, with strong character, morals, values, and serve the betterment of others. Even if we're enjoying what we do, if we're enjoying it truthfully, honestly, passionately, and we're living in a way that's judgment free of ourselves and others, we're creating a bubble around us of vibrating joy energy. Probably. I mean, that's my assumption. And then other people sense this, and then it helps them be able to go, oh, okay, even unconsciously, it helps them go, oh, okay, I don't really need to see this. He asked me a question. He came at me with pure honesty. And I can sense unconsciously that this is an honest, judgment-free individual. So I'm going to be honest. And then being honest in that story to that person, if that's you, you allow that space, then that other person can be honest. And then that helps them lose that little drift of personality that they may have created for themselves. And then when this drift of personality falls off, whew, what a relief. What a weight of a rock that I've been carrying around of just crap can be taken out of my knapsack and tossed to the side. And I've been able to do this with this individual, that's you, who's being honest with them and showing them that space is available. Now I can be honest with this individual. So when I go to hang out with my spouse, partner, friends, coworkers, maybe since that rock's gone, maybe I'm just going to leave that rock out next time I have a conversation with that person. And then boom. Then another person, oh, okay. I think I have this rock too. I'm going to throw it to the side. Boom, boom, boom. Pay it forward. And now we're in this dynamic where we're all paying it forward in the way we live. Not with our money, not what we do, not with the compliments we dish out, just in the mere fact of the way we, oh my gosh, I almost swore again. I'm getting myself worked up. Just in the way we live, we're paying it forward. Okay, that's today. I'm going to shut her down. I've just literally done another, told my wife, oh yeah, I'm going to do 15 minutes, 20 minutes. No, I'm at 45 minutes again. What is going on? How is it possible that I can talk to myself for 45 minutes? That can't be good. That can't be a sign of a sane individual. But I hope you tune in next time for the insanity to be had on the Dumtelligence Show. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and humans of this planet we exist on, for participating in the Dumtelligence of the conversation that was today. Peace out.